Support for Flutter web apps is available today in the stable channel as part of Flutter 3.22 and Dart 3.4. Our benchmarks show that compiling Flutter web apps to WASM offers up to 2x improvement in frame time when compared to Flutter web apps compiled to JavaScript. So this means that teams like Brickit can offer the same smooth UI and powerful on-device features directly to users on the web. Run Flutter Upgrade and try WASM support today. All right, you've got your front end up and running across platforms, and now you need to seamlessly connect to backend services. Of course, that is where Firebase comes in. And here's David to tell you about updates we're shipping for Firebase.
Thanks, Aaron. Over the years, millions of you have relied on Firebase to accelerate your app development and run your apps with confidence, which for me is amazing because when I started working on Firebase over 10 years ago, it was only a database. Then, in 2016, we transformed Firebase into a full app platform. Well, today, we're evolving Firebase again. We want to enable you to rapidly build and run AI-powered experiences in your apps across platforms. And with this new logo comes a few new surprises. Let's start with databases, and more specifically, SQL databases. For years, many of you have asked us, how do I use Firebase with SQL? Well, today, we're unveiling Firebase Data Connect with Google Cloud SQL in preview. And Data Connect is more than just SQL. It's an entirely new way to build secure and type-safe apps with Firebase. We designed Data Connect so you'll be writing far less app code than before. Your queries are generated into type-safe client-side code, keeping your app code in sync with your data structure. And Data Connect is built for AI development. With vector and function calling support, you can build AI agent-like flows and search for similarities using your stored embeddings. So if you're excited to try out Data Connect, sign up for the preview and check out our one-click template in IDX. And next up, let's talk hosting. So many of you are building with JavaScript frameworks like Angular and Next.js. Well, we wanted to reimagine Firebase to help you ship these modern web apps at global scale. So we're introducing Firebase App Hosting, our next generation serverless hosting framework in preview. App Hosting automatically pulls the source code from your GitHub repository, runs the framework build, and orchestrates the Google Cloud infrastructure you need so you can ship faster than ever before. Oh, and we're not done yet. Since the early days of Firebase, we have obsessed over the getting started experience. When we released the real-time database, we made it so you just needed a script tag and some JavaScript to sync data in milliseconds across devices. We want to bring that same level of ease and familiarity to Gen AI development. Well, I'm excited to announce Firebase GenKit, a new AI integration framework for app developers in beta now for Node.js and with Go support coming soon. GenKit gives you a consistent API across LLMs. And with GenKit, trying a new model is just as easy as changing a single argument. And GenKit also works with Zod schemas to generate structured TypeScript output from LLM responses. And because this is Firebase, we wanted to make debugging and testing easy. So GenKit comes with a local development UI you can use to inspect every trace and run your flows locally to tweak and improve output. Firebase GenKit works out of the box with Gemini and Gemma models hosted in your environment. And to improve performance, Google also collaborated with NVIDIA to optimize your inference performance with our Gemma models. You can run GenKit locally on your RTX GPU with Ollama and Gemma. And when you're ready to get to production, GenKit can easily deploy your code as an authenticated API right to Firebase or Google Cloud. We'll continue investing in creating a more integrated developer experience to help you bring your AI applications to market faster and safely across platforms. Now, I'd like to welcome Sharvani on stage to talk about our ML models.
What's the hardest problem you're working on? No, really, what's the hardest problem you're working on? I invite you to keep that top of mind and dream big while we chat about our open models, unpack our underlying frameworks and tooling, and dig into a quick demo as to how you can join together these underlying nuts and bolts to make something magical. Building with generative AI models can be as easy as using our Gemini API, as my friend Jacqueline talked about earlier, where we handle the heavy lifting of training and maintaining complex models so you can focus on building AI features. But what about when you need a little bit more flexibility and control to be able to fine-tune, augment, and ground a model for your specific use cases? That's why we released our Gemma family of open models. Built on the same cutting-edge infrastructure and tooling as our Gemini models, we wanted to make the most useful and responsible set of open models. Just last month, we released CodeGemma to better support coding tasks across languages, and Recurrent Gemma that leverages recurrent neural networks and local attention to improve memory efficiency and faster inference. And as Josh announced earlier this morning, we're adding PalyGemma for multimodal image to text and previewed our next generation, Gemma 2, with new architecture that achieves stellar performance and fits onto a single TPU V5E. With new models and a blistering pace of innovation, does it feel challenging to keep up? Yeah, of course it does. To make things easier, we've invested in providing more optionality at every layer of our training stack to better meet you where you are, helping you leverage as much of your existing skills and tools as possible. Starting from the ground up with state-of-the-art hardware, GPUs and TPUs, including our new 6th generation Trillium TPU announced earlier by Sundar, both of which can be optimized for AI workloads by using the cutting-edge ML compiler OpenXLA, which supports multiple frameworks, including TensorFlow and JAX and their surrounding ML ecosystem. To Keras 3, our easy-to-use Pythonic libraries that now work with multiple backends, including TensorFlow, JAX, or PyTorch, all embraced by millions of developers. Now, let's dig a little deeper and let me bring my colleague Lawrence on stage for a quick collab. Woo!
Thank you. Colab, Google Colab. It's a great place for developers and researchers to get started with that entire stack that Sharvani just mentioned, from software like Keras being pre-installed to GPUs and TPUs being available free of charge. It does make it really easy for you to have best of breed AI development at your fingertips in the browser for free.
And for current or recovering data scientists, right? You know, we love to data science the kittens out of problems to get new solutions.
Right. Well, actually for that, there's a cool new thing available in Colab starting today, Rapids QDF. Without changing your Pandas code, you can run it much, much faster. I've personally seen a 50x acceleration on NVIDIA GPUs when doing those data sciencey bits.
Nice. Now, how about we share with our friends here the side project that you and I have been working on and give a glimpse into a day in the life of what it's like working in AI.
Well, everybody, don't tell Sundar, but we spend way too much time brainstorming app ideas over way too much coffee.
One of those ideas was for an artificially intelligent app that could find a new book for my family book club based on what we've already read and enjoyed. And since it will include information about my family, I'll want it to work on device to keep things private.
So, challenge accepted. But I'll let you all in on a little secret. Those same code and those same skills that you've invested in and you've grown have gone beyond creating your own models. And they actually make it really easy for you to get into the world of generative AI and fine tune with industry standard low rank adaptation also known as
Laura.
all from within Colab. Now, models like Gemma are really terrific at general reasoning. But for a specific task like our book idea, it is much better for you to tune them on your own data.
Now, we're just using a single GPU in Colab, but sometimes you might be dealing with more data or a bigger model in the cloud, meaning you'll need to span multiple accelerators. And that's where the distribution strategy API is your friend.
Absolutely. The quicker you train, the quicker you iterate, and the better your solution. I could geek out about this all day.
Yes, yes, you could. Now all we need is data. Let's use the Gemini API to help us create some synthetic data to kickstart the process.
So, a quick trip into Google AI Studio with a simple prompt, and we now have a generated CSV of lots of books, including title, genre, and even a little summary. But to instruction tune a model, your data does have to be in a specific format. So to take that CSV from Gemini and work on it, we're just going to go back into Colab, and using Python, we can see it's actually a pretty easy task. And here, you're now going to see that I'm using Keras with a JAX backend for top performance. Now, you might recognize we're doing a good old-fashioned model.fit, and now Gemma can artificially understand and intelligently reason across a diverse range of books. Let's start training this, and we'll hope that those learning leprechauns are with us. But now I need to think how I'm going to run this on a mobile.
You did write the book on it. Speaking of mobile, we're making it easier for you with Google AI Edge. This brings easy access to all the best models, including generative, along with a suite of tools to run inference on the edge. And today, we've expanded support for TensorFlow Lite so you can run your PyTorch models too. Now, you saw earlier that my friend Matthew spoke about how MediaPipe helps you bring generative models to your device. Let's use that.
Yeah, absolutely. And here it is. You can see it in Android Studio. All I'm doing is loading the MediaPipe API with an entry in my build.gradle. And now I have libraries that will help me load the model and do inference on it. Now, to instruction tune a model like Gemma with a lot of data takes a little bit more time than we have on stage here. It's about 20 minutes on a GPU.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but even so, I'm going to use one that I built earlier.
Well, I think we can do a little more to personalize it. How about we take the notes that I've made about what my family likes, and we use that to augment prompts to the model with RAG to get better answers. And remember, keeping on device is great because I want to make sure my details don't get shared with anyone.
I've read your mind meld. And here's a simple RAG, and I've used MediaPipe's on-device text similarity model to augment my prompt to our Gemma. Now, Sharbani, you were wondering if your family would enjoy a time-traveling catacorn. Well, that's quite the endorsement that it gave, and you know what? Maybe I'll just read that book myself.
To learn more about the AI models, frameworks, and tools that we covered today, check out ai.google.dev. And while this is a quick demo, it shows useful steps that you can take to use Gemini and our simple APIs to create synthetic data and kickstart an idea. Fine-tune Gemma on this data with Laura to create an instance with deeper expertise on books, implement RAG to personalize the experience, and keep everything on device thanks to Google AI Edge. Now, before we go, how about we show you just one more of our coffee chat ideas?
We have to go. Okay. Well, our coffee chats, they're not just for the fun stuff. We also try to solve those hard problems. And you might remember last year we spoke about Project GameFace, open sourced and using Google AI Edge to allow you to use your facial gestures as a controller. Well, this solution has grown into something even more inspirational. Let's take a look.
Project GameFace has had quite the journey. It unlocked a new way for users to engage with their favorite games. Thinking outside the controller, Faces became the new command center.
With Project GameFace, we realized we had the opportunity to use Google AI to make digital devices more accessible. We're excited to launch Project GameFace for Android, which allows users to control a novel virtual cursor on their Android devices just by using their head movement and facial expression. Google is working closely with Inclusa, a social enterprise that works with organizations to understand accessibility needs, nuances of how persons with disabilities use Android devices, and how Project GameFace can be a genuine partner in their life.
experimenting with the district size feature to see which facial gesture I can use most effectively.
With the power of MediaPipe and Android Accessibility Service, we're excited to see how developers will build new applications and solve nuanced use cases with this product.
Project GameFace is breaking barriers, widening access to technology, and redefining the possible.
This morning, Sundar talked about how we're imagining ways for humans and AI agents to work together to tackle complex tasks step by step. Let me show you one more thing an AI agent can do to make data scientists out there really excited. Here's an early concept of a data science agent. Under the hood, it uses Gemini 1.5 Pro and takes advantage of long context. I can simply ask a question in plain language about a data set that I uploaded. And this is not just the model completing the code. It's the model coming up with an entire plan and running it. And not only do I get an answer to my initial question about the data set, but the AI agent also produces a fully functional Colab notebook based on your instructions. And you can share it with others, allowing for real-time collaboration on code, new visualizations, and all of the results. It's available today at labs.google/code, and let us know what you think about it. Now you see why I'm so excited today. You see? We're committed to empowering you to build with generative AI boldly and responsibly. From Gemini-powered assistants in your favorite IDEs to easy access to our most powerful Gemini model. And it comes with flexibility to use Gemma open models. You have an opportunity to reach anyone, anywhere through Google's ecosystem of devices, app experiences, and platforms. We continue to invest in resources too, to give your projects a boost. Google Accelerators and the Google Developer Profile are just a couple of great examples. Our accelerators have guided over 1,300 startups in 84 countries with countless success stories. And that includes 20 startups that have grown to become unicorns. Eugenie AI, founded by Dr. Sudath Roy Chowdhury, is a recent graduate of our Climate Change Accelerator. Eugenie was born out of Dr. Chowdhury's desire to use AI for good. His team helps manufacturing companies to dramatically reduce their carbon emissions. And Eugenie's algorithms apply Google DeepMind research, which has helped to optimize energy use in Google's own data centers. Eugenie was able to streamline their model development and their analytics with accurate emissions data through Google Earth Engine. We love working alongside startups to tackle big problems and invite all of you to apply to an upcoming accelerator soon. If you have one of the 15 million Google developer profiles, you enjoy invitations for early access programs, a chance to participate in research, and opportunities to attend special events. Beginning today, your profile is evolving into something even better. Introducing the Google Developer Program. Members of the program can now access new benefits at no cost, and I'm going to take you through them. First, you can access Gemini for learning and searching and chatting with documentation. Second, for IDX users, we're now enabling you to go from 2 workstations up to 5. And third, if you're in the Google Cloud Innovators community, you get credits for interactive labs on Google Cloud Skills Boost. Sign up for for the Google Developer Program today, or if you have an existing profile, you're all set. More benefits are coming soon, so be on the lookout. That brings us to the close of today's developer keynote, but we're not quite done. There's a lot more to Google I/O than just the keynote. If you're with us in person, attend the sessions, the workshops, and demos both today and tomorrow. If you're online, you'll find all the sessions available on io.google starting this Thursday morning, Mountain View time. Last year, we kicked off a series of IO Connect events to bring the in-person experience from Shoreline to more places that are closer to you. Well, we heard just how much you love them, so we've got 3 of them lined up this year, starting in Berlin on June 27th, and then we're in Bengaluru in July and Beijing in August. I'll be at all of them, so I hope to see you there too. If you can't join us at IO Connect, come to one of the many community-led IO Extended events happening in your local area. Now, I'd like to share something really cool with you. We had Project Astra watch the keynote this morning. Yes. Let's see what it says.
Hey, my name is Michael Chang, and we're watching the Google I/O keynote while it's happening with Project Astra. Let's take a look. Hey, Gemini, I'm currently watching a Google I/O keynote right now. You want to watch it with me?
Sure, I'd love to watch it with you. What's happening in the keynote?
Well, what does it look like? What does it look like they're announcing right now?
It looks like they are announcing Gemini 1.5 Flash. The speaker is talking about its speed and efficiency in comparison to the Pro model.
What are the other features?
It looks like Gemini 1.5 Flash is optimized for tasks where low latency and high efficiency matter most.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
That's all right. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about the capabilities of 1.5 Flash. Do you remember?
Yes, we were discussing the new Gemini model and its efficiency and speed. The presentation seems to have moved on, though. What would you like to talk about now?
Well, I'm curious about what he's going to talk about next.
He seems to be moving on to the topic of model training and feedback. Perhaps they will talk about how user input helps train the models.
It looks like he just announced a new project. What is that project called?
They are calling that project Project Astra. It looks to focus on the future of AI assistance.
What do you think Project Astra will be helpful for?
It sounds like a very ambitious project. It will be interesting to see what kind of AI assistant they create and how it integrates with our daily lives.
They seem to say it's a universal agent. What would you use a universal agent for?
A universal agent that can help with everyday tasks would indeed be helpful. It could potentially be useful for things like scheduling, finding information, or even controlling smart home devices.
Oh, that would be super cool.
I agree, it sounds amazing. Having a seamless and intuitive AI agent could revolutionize how we interact with technology.
Yeah, can you summarize what he showed so far?
The speaker introduced Project Astra, an AI-powered universal agent for everyday tasks that is still under development. They discussed the challenges of building this technology and how their team is working toward making Astra helpful and intuitive for users.
Wow, amazing. And what did he talk about before Project Astra?
It was discussing the Gemini 1.5 model, particularly Gemini 1.5 Flash, which focuses on efficiency and speed.
Ah,
The presentation was focused on the future direction of AI models and user feedback's role in training those models.
it looks like they're now doing a demo of Project Astra. What does it look like they're doing right now?
In the video, someone is holding a phone and panning across a table. The phone is running Project Astra, which can identify a speaker and a cup of crayons.
And what is it doing?
It appears to be scanning a computer screen displaying code. Astra then explains what the highlighted section of the code is doing.
Wow, that's super cool. Thanks for explaining all of these things to me, Gemini.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can explain about the presentation?
Uh, let's just keep on watching. What's currently happening?
In the video, Astra is identifying the King's Cross neighborhood of London using the phone's camera view. It's also providing some facts about the area.
Wow. I can't believe this technology exists right now.
It does look quite impressive. Astra seems very advanced at interpreting what it sees and providing relevant information.
That was a lot of fun to watch. And I'm looking forward to Project Astra, as I'm sure all of you are too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go build something.
Seek so much more from the Premier League.